Hey there, how's it going, pals? Ever since the start of the first human civilization, mankind has significantly improved in terms of science and developing technological tools. Countless inventions have been made till now, and just when we think that this is the pinnacle of a newly created digital era, another innovation shows up and makes a huge impact on the masses and the society as a whole. That's why in this video, we're going to tell you about top 5 inventions that have paddled the success of modern-day technological sciences and have certainly paved the way for future inventions. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Telephone. Telephone has proved to be a real game changer in terms of bridging the gap between people living far away from each other. When it was first in the phase of manufacturing and production, many raised their concerns that whether it will survive the changing world dynamics. Are calls going to be encrypted? Will any third party be taping the calls? All these suspicions gave it a lot of hype, and without a shadow of a doubt, it is the greatest and most widely used invention. Over time, telephones have evolved from landlines to portable keypad phones to latest and in-use smartphones. Alexander Graham Bell, a Scottish-born inventor who wasn't the only one working on this kind of technology, received the first electric telephone patent in 1876. This tool had undoubtedly transformed how we communicate. Nowadays, a phone can do more than just calling someone. With the latest technological advent, countless mobile-based applications have certainly made the use of mobile phones flawless. It can do anything from showing maps, booking rides, ordering food, shopping online, managing your finances through banking apps, and much more. We still don't know the extent of this technology, and with every couple of years, a new design pops up and gets the attention of the masses. Hopefully, we will see some exciting new features in the near future. Number 2. Vaccination. To some people, this might not be a great pick for the top 5 inventions. But when you dig deep into the history, then you get to know the significance of vaccination. In early medieval Europe, and even before that, countless plagues have been recorded, especially the Black Plague, the Spanish Plague, the Justinian Plague, and the Great Plague of London. Countless people have lost their lives due to the unavailability of the proper medication and vaccines. At that time, medieval Europe, if a single infected fly lands on you, then you are gone. You will get bruises all over your skin, and you are likely to die a slow, painful death. In such cases, the infected man's relatives could not do anything other than to see him puking and throwing up blood. It's all thanks to the enhancements that have been made in the medical sector that mankind has now been able to make vaccines for literally any known disease. An example of COVID-19 is right in front of our eyes. We saw how the world was shut down, but scientists didn't give up and made a vaccine in the span of just 11 months. Seems unbelievable, right? Number 3. Cars. Without a shadow of a doubt, cars have truly changed the way we live. In earlier times, no one in their right mind would dare to think that they could travel all around the city in a single day. The earlier known models of cars that are relative to modern-day designs began to show up in the 19th century. Most of the credit goes to a single man named Carl Benz. We wonder what was the name of his car brand. Just kidding. Over the period of time, many changes have been made to this four-wheel automobile, adding a strong engine, more durability, better average, and perfect design. These things have been significantly improved. If you really look at old models of truly well-known cars, you will feel astonished how far technology has come. Now, the world has become such a fast place. It is not uncommon for one to live in one city and do a job in another city, all thanks to these giant transporting robots that the issue of commute has somewhat resolved, and people can go anywhere, anytime. A recent development in automobile industry is the invention of electric cars. One name surely comes to our minds when we hear electric cars: Elon Musk. It's not wrong to say that Musk's Tesla is the prime advocate of the usage of electric cars, and the use of such variants lessens the emission of carbon dioxide in the air, which is quite beneficial for our atmosphere. As time will tell, more and more variations will be introduced in the existing models, and new models will be created too. It's not wrong to say that we're heading into a great decade of automobile evolution. Number 4. Airplanes. The first airplane was created and flown by the Wright brothers in 1903, and it was dubbed the first sustained and controlled heavier-than-air powered flight. They built on the work of Otto Lilienthal, a German pioneer of human aviation who studied heavier-than-air flight between 1867 and 1896, as well as that of George Cayley, who first produced the idea of the modern airplane in 1799, and later built and flew models and successful passenger-carrying gliders. The 9th century Andalusian and Arabic-speaking poet Abbas ibn Firnas and the 11th century English monk Almer of Malmesbury made some of the earliest known attempts with gliders. Both experiments resulted in the injury of their pilots. Human flight is regarded as having started with Lilienthal's experiments in flying in 1891. The development of aircraft technology continued after its brief deployment in World War I. All of the main engagements of World War II involved aircrafts. In 1939, the German Heinkel He 178 became the first jet airplane. In 1952, the de Havilland COMET, the first jet airliner, was released. The Boeing 707, the first commercial jet to achieve widespread popularity, was in use for more than 50 years, from 1958 to at least 2013. These airjets and planes have contributed primarily in the implementation of globalism as it becomes more easier, affordable, and convenient for other people to travel from one corner of the world to another. Also, trade has become relatively very easy, a prime example of it being the sudden decrease in the number of famines occurring. Also in recent times, traveling by air has become relatively cheap and more people are flying to places every day as compared to past times, and it is becoming the new normal. Number 5. Internet. Last but not least is the internet. No one would have ever thought that they could be communicating with another person when both of them are far away from each other. Internet has made the world a global village. It's not wrong to say that internet is the digital encyclopedia. With just a couple of clicks, you can access information about anything from any reliable web source. The internet as we know it today is an even more recent invention, even though the global network of computers has been in development since the 1960s, when it took the form of the US Defense Department's ARPANET. The World Wide Web, developed by Tim Berners-Lee in England in the 1990s, revolutionized communication, commerce, entertainment, and politics, to mention a few. At first, the internet wasn't accessible by the masses, and only intelligence agencies used to have this facility, but as the technology progressed, the higher-ups decided to promote the internet among masses and make it socially more acceptable. Since the last decade, numerous applications have been launched on the internet that have made everyday life relatively very easy. Some of the examples include food delivery applications and online database software to keep track of things. So that was all from today's video. We hope that you enjoyed it until the very end. If so, then do make sure to like and share this video. Furthermore, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss any video from us.